Welcome to Sleeping Dog Video. This is a short video to show what I am talking about, in that you have your what is essentially walls here, right? And these are, here there are about 4 walls. Or at least, yeah, there are 4 walls, but in between each of these is, there's nothing there. So there's nothing connecting this wall to the next one, this wall. So these 2 walls, except for maybe the end here, is the only thing that's connecting it to hold it on the piece. So I wondered how you would be able to, by adjusting infill amount, etc., to get these walls to have a nice, because these walls are really nice and strong, thin, nice and strong, but also nice and smooth. So if I could get a wall like this, plus, as you can see, a little bit of infill in here, and then another wall like that, and then infill in here, then another wall and infill, and then this is sort of, I don't know if it's 100%, but sort of connected. Then this is all the infill. So, and then it's the same on this side. But if I do higher amounts of infill and maybe 2 walls on each side, then it starts to get to where the outer walls are really rough and aren't as smooth, and so the part doesn't look as good. So I was wondering if there's a way to Tau Simplify 3D to print the walls nice like they are here, but also to print infill in between these. And if it doesn't print infill in between these, how do you get these to connect together? Because I don't think that's really what one wants in their parts, is walls that aren't connected together. That's what I mean when I talk about walls that aren't connected together. This infill, it would be nice if there was a solid like wall on top of all this infill, but that's another story. And this is a wall, and then if I go around on this particular piece I printed, and let's go around now here, I don't know if I did it wrong, but here became, you see it's solid here to keep everything together from actually literally falling apart, but it's still, there's no infill there, there's no infill here, there's no infill here, there's basically no infill, just walls. Now it makes for a flexible yet strong part, but as I said, what I'm trying to achieve is, I'm trying to achieve a little bit of infill in here, a little bit of infill in here, while I still have a nice, let's see with the tweezers, a nice thick, as you can see, wall here. So this is nice, and I wish I could do that with just a little bit of infill to make it sturdier. And then maybe have another wall here, and then sturdier, and another wall and sturdier. So the outside looked relatively nice and smooth. It may not be, we can argue, 100% smooth, but it's a lot smoother than if I did infill only and did maybe 1 wall and infill only. Then it's kind of chalky and hard to sand and etc. This, with these nice walls, this, with these nice walls, it eliminates having to do a lot of sanding. I can do a little light sanding, maybe fill in with a primer paint, and it would probably look quite good. it seems like I'm not sure if I did mostly infill, whether it would look as good. But that's what I wanted to say is if there's a way to, in recap, to have infill in between these so-called walls. So they're called something else in Simplified 3D. But in Lycura, they're called walls. So, but that's what I wanted to say. Thank you. This has been Sleeping Dog Duck Video.